of economic genius. The genius of those who understood that whoever controls money controls everything else. To understand how this creature came to be, we must step into the shadows of Jekyll Island, where the most consequential conspiracy in financial history took shape. When you follow the trail of money, you discover that nothing in economics happens by accident. Crashes, booms, recessions, they are not storms that appear out of nowhere. They are engineered outcomes of systems designed by men with intent. And the intent behind the Federal Reserve was clear: to create a mechanism that would allow the few to control the many, not by force, but by debt. Because debt is the modern form of slavery, invisible chains politely worn. Let's go back to that island. Picture the men aboard that train: Nelson Aldrich, senator and father-in-law to John D. Rockefeller Jr., Frank Vanderlip of National City Bank, Henry Davison and Benjamin Strong of J.P. Morgan's empire, Paul Warburg, a German banker representing the Rothschild dynasty, and a few others who carried the ambitions of the world's richest families. Together, they represented 1/4 of the world's wealth. They met in total secrecy for 9 days, creating a plan that would allow them to consolidate the banking system under their control, a central bank disguised as a public service. The brilliance of the plan was not in its complexity, but in its simplicity. They knew that people would never accept a banking monopoly openly, so they created one in disguise. They gave it the name of Federal Reserve, wrapped it in the flag, and told the public it would protect them from financial panics. In truth, it was designed to protect the bankers from the public. The people believed it was their government saving them from Wall Street, but it was Wall Street saving itself from competition. Let's pause there and extract the first principle of financial freedom. If you don't know how money works, you will always work for those who do. Every dollar you earn, every loan you take, every tax you pay, they all exist within a framework built by someone else. Understanding that framework is not paranoia, it's power. Ignorance of money is the foundation of economic slavery. Now, let's look deeper. The meeting on Jekyll Island produced a blueprint for the Federal Reserve Act, which would later be sold to the American people as a safeguard against the very panics the bankers themselves created. The Panic of 1907 had been the perfect rehearsal. J.P. Morgan had orchestrated a financial scare so severe that Congress begged him for help. When the dust settled, he emerged as a hero, and the public became conditioned to believe that private bankers were the guardians of stability. That illusion paved the way for the Federal Reserve Act of 1913. When President Woodrow Wilson signed that act into law on December 23,